Here's something every successful podcaster has, but almost no beginner thinks about: an SOP. SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure. It's just a fancy way of saying your podcasting playbook. Without one, every episode feels like reinventing the wheel. With one, you always know the next step, and you can even hand parts of the process off later if you want help. Today, I'll show you how to draft a simple SOP that keeps your podcast consistent, efficient, and stress-free. Here's what happens without an SOP. You forget steps, you make mistakes, you waste time trying to remember what worked last time. And if life gets busy, deadlines at work, family responsibilities, your podcast gets dropped because there's no system holding it together. For someone like you, with limited time and high demands, not having an SOP means podcasting will always feel harder than it needs to. So what goes into a podcast SOP? It's just a checklist of repeatable steps. Think of it as your podcast recipe. For example, 1. Research topic 2. Write outline 3. Record episode 4. Edit audio 5. Upload to host 6. Publish 7. Promote on social. That's a basic SOP. You can also add notes for each step: which software you use, how long each step takes, any templates or scripts you rely on. The goal isn't to make it complicated. It's to make it clear enough that you or anyone else could follow it without guessing. Here's an example. I worked with a podcaster who loved recording but dreaded everything else. He'd forget which software settings worked, he'd miss steps, and editing always felt like chaos. We built him a simple SOP in Google Docs. Every episode followed the same steps with links to his templates and tools. Not only did his stress drop, but a few months later he was able to hire a freelancer. He just handed them the SOP, and they followed it step by step. That's the power of documenting your process. Here's your action plan this week. 1. Write down every step of your podcast workflow from start to finish. 2. Put it in order and add details, tools, time, templates. 3. Save it in one place: Google Docs, Notion, or even a printed checklist. Congratulations, you just created your first SOP, and trust me, your future self will thank you.